Okay, we're in section 18 of the notes. And again, we're just going through this optional material related to a computer algebra system, right? What computer algebra system am I recommending? Sage. Why do I recommend it? It's widely used throughout the world and it's free. All right. The problem with free, though, a lot of times is free software may not be as nice as commercial software, right? Free things, generally speaking, are not as nice. All right. So, you can click on this link over here. It'll bring you to the Sage worksheet, the Sage website. And then what you can do is click on the CoCalc if you want, do it there. Same thing. I have it installed on my computer, though, and I'm going to be typing these commands into my computer. So reset and then return. Now, again, if you're using the online version, it's got to be shift return. X is a variable. We've done this, well over a dozen times already. Again, if you've been listening, this should seem sort of familiar to you. All right. What I'm going to do is copy paste, but I do want to talk about it. All right. So I'm going to copy and paste just to save time in the typing department. And what I'm going to claim over here is what this is doing is it's taking an equation and it's giving me a solution to the equation. It says, solve this equation. I'll tell you what the equation is. It's this over here. And they want me to solve it for X. All right. And they say X is equals 8, solution to that. So I'm just going to scroll back over the notes. And what I want to look is I just want to see if I can find an answer of 8 somewhere. And again, you may say, I don't like looking back over the notes. Well, the more time and effort you put into this, the more sense you're going to be able to make out of this material. All right. So let's keep a looking. I see it right over here. It's not the same one though, is it? So no, it's not that one. Although the answer is 8, it doesn't appear to be the same question. All right, let's keep scrolling back. Oh, it's this one over here. So, although those other, the two equations share the same answer, doesn't mean they're the same equation. So this is 5x over x plus 2, 3 plus 10 over x plus 2. What I want to do is I want to go to Wolfram Alpha, though. And what I'm going to do is just type this in. Give me 1 second to do so. I want to remind you, Wolfram Alpha, it's a website, www.wolfram, that's WOLFRAM, alpha, ALPHA.com. And you go to the website, you can type it in, and I'm going to finish. I didn't copy the full thing. What I like about Wolfram Alpha, though, is that it really does a nice job of understanding what I'm typing in. I'm not saying it's understanding this thing here yet. I don't know until I hit the return key. Just like when I go to Google, I do a search, I'm wondering if it understands what I've given it. So I'm going to look at it. And I know this looks really strange to students, but it really did understand it. Now, I want to point out, why is it doing this 5 times? I got the 5-star. I'm going to get rid of that and type it in again, see what happens. Yeah, it still does it. You see that? So it does 5x, 5 times that. I'm going to put in parentheses, and I'm just playing around with it. Oops, sorry about that. Well, now it looks more like the problem. I hope you can agree with that. And here's a problem with it. Someone says, what are they doing now? I don't understand this. Well, if you don't understand something, what I would say to do is, politely skip over it maybe. So this thing, I don't understand this either, you say. Let's keep going. I don't understand it. Well, maybe you do understand this, but maybe not. Solution, x equals 8. We're getting that too. All right. So again, you may be presented information you don't understand. What your focus is though, should be on is getting information you do understand. All right. What I want to do is I want to see if I can learn from what I've just done in Sage. So I want to look for a problem that I'm willing to type in, and I want to type in number 5. I want to see what happens. So let me get rid of my Wolfram Alpha. Oh, you know what? Let's do alpha first. So I'm going to type in x divide by x plus 4. You notice I have to put the bottom in parentheses, by the way. But we're going to typeset it, see what happens anyway. Equals 3 minus 4 divide by x plus 4. The first thing I want to do using Wolfram Alpha is, did I type it in right? And I notice it certainly typesets exactly the way I have it over here. X over x plus 4 equals 3 minus 4 over x plus 4. And then it goes on and says there's no solution exists for the problem. And that's exactly what we came up when we did it by hand. No solution to the problem. right? I'm going to go to Sage though. All right. I know it's more difficult to use, by the way. And what I want to do is I want to see if I can solve SOLVE. And I'm going to type this in, X divide by X plus 4. Now remember, the double equal sign is me telling Sage I have an equation. 3 minus 4 divide by, this needs to be put in parentheses at the bottom, X plus 4. And I want to solve for X. Now you're going to make mistakes typing. And if you do, don't worry about it. You can always correct your typing. Look what it gave back. For a lot of students, they don't understand what it's giving back. What it's giving back, it's saying there's nothing there. There is no solution. Now, which one do I like better? I actually like Wolfram Alpha better because they explicitly state no solution exists. Over here, this is not explicit, by the way. This is implicit. I'm looking at this thing. There's no solution has been returned to me. All right. Again, this thing's been covered. Here's the deal, though. You want to start thinking about why we're learning to do things by hand when a machine can do them. We need to understand basic skills before we'll ever get to a machine. All right. Now, someone says, why do you talk about machines then? If you move forward in the STEM-related career areas, problems are going to get so difficult, you'll have no choice but to use a machine. Heavy lifting required. All right. Machines are really nice. And they've allowed us to solve whole new sets of problems that we could not do by hand or take us so long to do by hand that it's not worth it. All right. So I'm going to say, let me just go back to the Sage stuff, see if there's anything else said over there. Yeah, got to do that. And I'm just going to say there's other equations over here. And you should realize these equations relate back to the assignments, all right, or the stuff that we've done in class. Thank you.